All right, let's get started for our Aries season practice. Have a seat. Get comfortable. I'm sitting on a bolster today. It's nice and soft and yet big to feel really connected to the ground with ease and a comfort through the hip flexors. Make sure that your knees are either at the bones of the as-is points of the pelvis here that stick out or lower. So using a prop accordingly. And then do your best to fidget, relaxing the lower body as you start to lift the upper body. We want to focus through Aries season, and the practice today will be guided by the root to rise principle so that we're very grounded. Aries is a fire sign ruled by Mars. It's conflicted, it's war. We're at war with ourselves here as we think about this also Aries season aligning with the Spring Equinox and the explosive energy of the germinated seed busting out from the ground and blossoming and blooming and growing, right? Think about that as your own process of transformation. What of the past is holding you in the dark underneath the soil? And with that understanding of bad habits, attachments to our pain and suffering, cycles of patterned behavior. In yoga, we talk about the samskaras, right? The ruts that we get into that just keep us going around and around and around, right? Breaking that cycle is transforming the dark into the light. So what seeds are germinating from your New Year's resolutions, from setting those intentions? And Aries will invite us to begin again. Can we edit those in any way for our personal development? So as you, again, feel comfortable in your seat, root yourself down. Let that energy rise up without flaring these bottom ribs. Really pull into your power center, your personal power of digestion, digesting the past, digesting your world, digesting your own thoughts. Right? Hug into that place and then feel it rise up. Notice if your head's very far forward, let the chin pull back. The hyoid bone in the center of the throat here, pull back. You might feel really weird and awkward. Might create a double chin. Let that be okay so that you have better alignment in your posture and your energy. And then things communicate and open up from the ground through your root all the way up, out the crown to the divine. Let's draw the hands in front of the heart and start to look inward and contemplate things that you can align with on your transformational journey, and let Aries help you begin again. This is again fire element. This is very aligned with our purpose. Aries will remind us that we came here with a specific purpose and plan. And when we move away from that, we get frustrated, angry. Those are key elements to looking inward at ourselves, at our behaviors, to see where we can change, but also act, right? When we get really frustrated, something's out of whack. And when we find what that is, then we can act accordingly. So as you look within, see in your heart center an image starting to form of the person you want to be, of the place you want to live, of the world you want to create, of your purpose and gifts that you can offer outward, and fine-tuning your intention as an image in your heart center. And declaring from this loving place your purpose, your gift, your unique offering. And then feel your breath, feel your image, see it leave your heart as you pull it into your hands, and let your inhale lift it up to the divine above. Let it go as you release, and exhale, twist to the right. And let your hands drop where they're comfortable. Feel your shoulders drop out of the neck and your shoulder blades pull back. Squeeze your right ribs in tight. Look to your right shoulder. On the inhale, come back to center. Reach the arms overhead. Look up if it's comfortable. Exhale to the left, dropping the hands. Feel the shoulders drop, the ribs squeeze in. Look back. Who was I? Who do I want to become? Inhale it back up to center. Am I in line with my purpose? Exhale, bow it forward. Crawl your fingertips away. Stay up on fingertips. Lift your armpits, heavy your head. And give yourself a little sway side to side. Gentle twist if that feels good too. Exploring this bow and forward fold in a way that feels good. And opening through the waistline, through the neck, through the heart. Walking the hands in, sitting upright again, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, twist to the right this time. Keep your arms to T and flex your wrist. Squeeze your bottom ribs in, squeeze your right ribs in. Notice that gives you more range of motion. Don't let this left arm come forward, hug it back. Bottom corners of the shoulder blades drawing to the middle of your back. Inhale up to center, lift the gaze. Exhale to the left, same thing. T the arms, flex the wrist, squeeze the bottom ribs in, squeeze the left ribs in. That gives you depth. Inhale back up to center. Exhale to the right one more time. This time make a fist. Pull it down and side to side. Just stretching open the forearms. Our arms are an extension of our hearts. How we offer our gifts, how we offer our love. Hug the left arm back, squeeze in tight, twist deeper. Inhale up to center, lift the gaze. Exhale over to the left, same thing, fist, pull it down, squeeze through the midline. Relax the shoulders, let your fist go side to side. Inhale back up to center, lift the gaze. Exhale, release the hands, come off your props into tabletop and start to move in the rhythm of your breath through cow and cat. I like to pad the knees, spread through the fingers, anchor the palm, and drop the belly, arching the back, lifting your heart and gaze. Exhaling to cat, rounding in. Go at your rate of breath. Feel connected to the central line of your body and energy. What does it offer you? Maybe eyes can stay closed as you stay in line with your inner guide, and let that then allow your body to move in a way it wants to access the outer hip, the lower back, through the shoulders and the neck. Let your body dance around a unique flowing form of giving yourself what you want. Feeling deeper into the crevices. And then let it bring you up into downward dog when you're ready. With the same idea of movement. So pedal it out. Let your heel go to the midline and press your hip behind your heel. Stretch through the waistline, the side of your body. To the other side. Allowing your body to find stillness. Downward facing dog. From your hands, from the center of your palm, lift your armpits. Pull earth into your shoulders. Strong, right? Hug the bottom ribs and soften the knees. Send your tail up to the sky. Heel, legs straight. Keep all of that. Heels back. Right? So pressing the heels back does not collapse your shoulders and flare your ribs. You can even bring your shoulders forward a bit. Right. Feeling a deep stretch as the heels and the sit bones stretch away from the knees, opposite direction. Now see if it's okay to keep your arms and legs straight, lifting the heels and tiptoeing to the front of the mat. At some point, you might have to lift up to fingertips or do what you need to do. Once you're there, I love a block. So take any rounding out of the upper back as you bow over your legs. Strong, powerful legs. Finding that root to rise from your feet, pushing down, feel your arch lifting up. Bring your hips forward over the heels, press your thighs back, let go of the head, and maybe shake it around a bit. Thinking about this idea of saying no as being a yes to yourself. That is, again, if you, that is if you say yes to too many things, or a people pleaser. One of those bad habits that we can break. Saying no is a yes to yourself. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you say no too much. Maybe you need to say yes. Put yourself out there a little bit more. Think about those yeses and nos as you shake out your head. And then let your head relax straight down out of the tail. Big breath. Soften into the knees, send your weight into the heels. Look forward with a straight spine. Inhale all the way up. Reach overhead. Grab your left wrist. Lift and lean to the right. Let your head relax, staying in line with your spine, not dangling forward of your chest. And keep your body square to the short edge of your mat. Inhale up to center. Take the right wrist. Lift, knee left. Don't push the hips forward. Strong legs. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Heel to your feet a little bit wider. And keep your prayer hands together, but send them forward of the heart like an arrow of your intention. Drop the shoulders out of the neck. Start to let the seat push back, bending the knees, dropping into chair pose with arrow of the heart. Feel your heels pull wide. Hollow out your belly. Feel the fire in the legs starting to burn. Feel your root deeply connecting you, feeling strong in your own foundation. Drop in a little deeper. Drop in a little deeper. Drop in a little deeper. Maybe your sit bones can go all the way down to your heels. Don't push it if it's not good for you. Right? Just as a seed that's germinated will bust open above the ground. Feel now your feet push down and your arrow hands pull you up as that little bulb expressing itself. Opening it up, heart to the sky, thighs back. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Where do we want to go? And then step right foot back to low lunge. Drop the knee to the floor, circle the arms out and up, and then press your prayer hands together. Your heart lifting up through the hands. Exhale, right hand down, left hand to the knee, twisting here. I like to bring the left hand to the knee to push. And then feel your arms drop down out of the neck, your chin pulling your head, pull back. Let's lift the right knee here and feel the right thigh strong and straight. Now push your left heel down and pull your left hip back from that strong foundation. See if now the left arm can flip up. Or maybe take some circles. And then exhale your left hand down, step left foot to the back of the mat, find plank pose. Hips in line with shoulders, hands pulling back, throat lifted, head lifted. Feel your personal power center, that solar plexus energy. Bottom ribs hugged in tight. And Aries is going to remind us who we are. Who am I? Not wearing a mask to please anybody else. Strong in who you are and strong in who your purpose is. Exhale to the belly. I like to take knees down first, then hips, then shoulders. Take the hands a little wide and forward. Anchor the feet, tone the legs. And then draw the arms up into your neck. Your side body gets nice and long. Draw the shoulder blades in and down the back. The elbows come in, then push up into cobra. And with hands wide and forward, this might feel more open and free, and then you can sway a little bit side to side. Right? Think of the cobra, that serpent, where the tail is rooted on the ground and you pull the head up and explore the world around you. Belly to spine, shoulders out of the neck. Maybe the neck wants to move around a bit. One more inhale. Exhale, roll all the way down. Bring the hands in and back, shoulder blades in and down the back. Exhale up to tabletop and downward dog. Nice big breath here. And then we'll step the right foot forward, left knee down, prayer hands up and overhead. Of course, if you don't like prayer hands, the hands can be anywhere, but try to feel connected to that arrow of the heart. Squeeze the midline, open the heart through the hands. And exhale, left hand down under the shoulder, right hand to the thigh, twist. Push into the hands, pull the left shoulder down into the socket. Push into your right knee to twist up, throat and chin pull back, shoulders down the back. Tuck left toes, float the knee. Feel your right hip pull back, left thigh strong, lifted. From that foundation, open the arm and swirl it around. And then exhale, right hand down, right foot back to the mat. Find your plank. Huge breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. From your hands, lift your armpits. Pull earth into the shoulder girdle. Strength. A strong foundation now to hug into your personal power, those bottom ribs. Lift the seat. Press the heels back. Feel the cycle of energy of earth to your body, through your body, and back down into the earth. From your hands all the way through to your feet. Lift both heels high. Inhale the right leg straight up and back. Keep it straight. Flex your foot. Roll the hip open. Scissor your right heel directly over your left and press your arms straight. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Step the right foot forward. Left foot meets. Bow over the legs. Inhale, stand tall, arms overhead, into prayer, into the heart. Step into your right foot. And with your left leg straight, pick up the foot and flex the ankle. Now, keeping this energy rolling or moving with muscular energy, bend your right knee, hinge and kick back to a hot second in warrior 3. Spin your left toes out to the side and step down into warrior 1. And then adjust your feet if need be, but feel your left foot is helping your left hip square forward. And then anchor that back foot. Strong, powerful, strong thigh. Right hip's gonna pull back. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Grab your left wrist. Lift, lean right. Don't open the hip or don't close the ribs. Keep everything square to the front of the mat. You can clasp your fingertips, bend your elbows, and slide your left forearm behind the head. And then press your head back. Focus on the left side, really strong through the leg, rooted through the foot. And then lift your left elbow and feel your right elbow pull back and down to bring your torso forward, or to bring your torso a little bit more deep to the right. Find your breath. Should feel really nice in the lower belly. Maybe you feel your psoas muscle or just the fascia stretching around the organs. Inhale, come back up to center. Hands to prayer center, forward of the heart. What's the intention? Drop the hands outside the right knee, lean forward. Look forward, step left foot forward. I like hips width. Sink your seat, lift your tail. 3 rounds here. Inhale, right arm out and up. Exhale it down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale it down. 1 more. Arms straight forward of the heart. Exhale, sink lower. Sink lower. Sink lower. Sink lower. All the way down. And then just like before, What's a seed that you planted? Let that burst open and explode into beauty. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Where do we want to go? Exhale, plank pose. Big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Lift both heels, strong, straight arms, left leg straight up and back. Keep it straight, flex the foot, roll the hip open. Scissor the heels away. Right arm stronger, straighter. Big breath in. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Look forward, step forward, right foot steps forward. Inhale, flat back, pause. Inhale, arms out to T, pause. Inhale, arms overhead, hands to prayer at the heart. Send your weight, left foot. Flex the right foot, lift it up. Find your gazing point. Head to right heel, nice and strong. Soften the left knee, hinge and kick back. Just a brief pause. Warrior 3, right toes out, step it down. Warrior 1, arms up and overhead. Decide if your feet are good. Your right hip is forward, left hip can channel back. Grab your right wrist, press your right heel back, strong leg, lift up, lean left. Don't twist left, square the front of the mat. Clasp fingers, bend the elbows, slide it behind your head, and push back, ribs in. Now feel your left elbow pull back and down as your right elbow lifts up and left. Breathe. Notice how this side feels. This side feels wildly different to me. My head feels more uncomfortable. This left elbow is definitely different. Inhale back up to center. Prayer hands in front of the heart. What's my intention? When can I begin again? Or what can I begin again? And then drop the hands outside the left knee. Lean forward. Lift your tail. Step right foot forward. Wherever you like it to be. Sink into your seat. 3 rounds. Inhale, left arm out and up. Exhale it down. Inhale it out. Exhale down. Inhale it out. Exhale it down. Inhale, arms straight forward. Sink your seat. Sink your seat. Sink your seat. What's that seed you planted in January? Does it need any editing? What is going to blossom and bloom as you lift that energy up and open your heart? Hands to prayer. Take a moment, Tadasana. Connected to your heart. Notice the tendency to collapse and dump into the lower back with hips forward. Feel your feet root you down. Lift your arches. Lift your kneecaps. Press your thighs back. Hug your ribs in. Drag your shoulder blades in and down the back. Throat back, crown up. Let your body be this open energy of root to crown or rooting to rise. Send your weight right foot, lift the left foot just like before. We're going to bend both knees now. I'm going to just shift myself. Bending both knees now, hands to a block or the floor, and flex your left foot and push it up to the sky. Keep the right knee bent. Keep rooting through your right foot and pulling your right sit bone to the midline, and then pulse your left heel up to the sky. Feel the burn, the fire, breaking up stagnant energy. All right, keep your left foot up to the sky. Take a breath in. Both knees bent. Exhale, left knee tucks behind the right. Inhale, back up with bent knee. Exhale it in. Inhale it up. One more. Exhale it in. Inhale it up. Now, hug your belly in. Take the shoulders down out of the neck and press both legs straight. Supported warrior 3. Release your hands to the floor. Find standing split. Right arm can wrap around and hug you in. From your right foot, stretch and rise through your left. Bend the right knee. Step your left foot to warrior two, opening the arms to D. Find a distance that makes you feel powerfully strong. And at that sweet spot of also allowing the breath to soften, your energy to soften, and the heart to open. Left ribs hugging back, left thigh pressing back, and then right knee lunging you forward. Right arm pointing you to the direction you want to go. Left arm understands where you've been. Breathe. Right leg straight, tack the hips back, keep your left hip back. Right hand's gonna twist a little to the corner of your mat as you reach and bounce a little forward, getting lower and lower. With your left hip back, release your right hand to the floor, and then twist your left arm up into the sky for triangle pose, Trikonasana. You might wanna block. I'm gonna take the left arm overhead. You can do anything you want with your left arm. If you're coming forward with me, feel your left hip pulling back. That's our expression of knowing where we've been, contemplating the past. And the left arm stretching forward at the hip, reaching. What are you reaching towards? And feel the fire of your right hamstring. Tone your right quad. Okay, look down. Soften your right knee. Left hand's gonna drop forward of the shoulder. Any version of side plank, left side. Right? You can take your left knee to the floor. You can spin all toes to the right, lifting the right arm and then lifting the left hip. I'm going to just Vashisthasana here, lifting the left hip, reaching up through the right arm. One more breath. Looking down, right hand down, downward facing dog. Nice deep breath. Lift both heels, soften the knees, right foot forward, left foot to the sky, standing split. Maybe you wrap again. After that sequence, do you have more range of motion? Do you have more growth through that left foot? Left foot meets right, bow over your legs, heavy your head. Soften the knees, look forward, straight spine, inhale all the way up. Hands to prayer into the heart. Take another few breaths here in Tadasana. From your feet, pull through the muscles of your legs. From your hips, stacking the heels, hug the ribs in, grow taller through the crown. Let your body be an open conduit of energy, of growth from the floor to the atmosphere. Right, send your weight left foot, right leg lifts. We're going to bend both knees, hands to a block or the floor. Feel the flexed right foot pulse up to the sky. Keep it up. Take a breath in. Exhale, tuck right behind left. Inhale it up. Exhale, tuck. Inhale it up. Exhale, tuck. Inhale it up. Press both legs straight. Find our supported warrior three. Bend the left knee, right foot steps back, right arm opens you up to warrior two. From the distance of your feet, pull up into the hips. Feel strong back leg. Right ribs opening up. From the right hand to the left, we take information forward. Wisdom from experience into where we want to go. Find your breath, your warrior spirit. Left leg straight, tap the hips to the right, keep the right hip back. Left arm's going to stretch toward that top corner. Let your hips go back, break that pane of glass behind you, let your chest go forward. Break that pane of glass. It's going to help you get lower. Right? Now let your left hand go where it feels good. Block the floor, your leg. Twist the right arm up. Reaffirm your root. Feel your feet push into the ground. Your arches lift into the hips. Tone your quads. Right arm anywhere you want. I'm going to go overhead, reaching towards my goals. Reaching with ambition and passion and purpose. I'm going to get what I want out of this life. I'm not going to stay victimized by past experience. Shift your attitude. Open yourself up. Looking down, soften your left knee. Any version, side plank, right side. Let your hand be forward of the shoulder. It's stronger. It's actually a 90-degree angle. Finding your shape here. 3 breaths. Lift from your right hip. Looking down, left hand down. Downward facing dog. I skipped a early standing split there, so sorry. Oops. Find the cycle of energy through your body, from the earth, into the heart, up to the hips, down the legs, back to the earth. Lift both heels, soften the knees. Left foot steps forward, right leg kicks up. Maybe the left hand can pull you in a bit tighter. We'll stay here a little longer since we skipped the first round, sorry. From your left foot, pull up into the hip. From your left root, lift up through the right. Let go of your head. Exhale, right foot down. Heel toe the feet a little wider. Either grab big toes or step on the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull yourself in a bit tighter. Feel your shoulder blades lift up toward the hips. Send your weight forward into the ball mounds. Hip stack heels. Shake out your head, yes and no. Pull into yourself a little deeper. Soften the knees, look forward. Fingertips to the floor. Sink your seat. Heart. Prayer hands forward of the heart's intention. Sink into your seat. We're going to take the hands outside the right. Slide the elbow down this time. Hands up to the heart. Let your left side come forward as your right hip moves back. Push into your knee. Lift your ribs. Shoulder blades down the back, out of the neck. Shoulders out of the neck. Open up your twist. Stay low on your seat. Inhale, hands forward to the heart. Exhale to the left. Lift your tail. Slide your right elbow down. Hands to the heart. Let your right side come forward. Feel your left hip move back. Lift your twist. Get space in your neck. Inhale forward. Slowly lower your seat all the way down. Roll onto your back. Give your knees a squeeze and a rock side to side. Woo. Take a moment. Massage your lower back. What did all of that fire in your legs open up? What is your intention rooted in? What frustration do you have? What anger do you suffer with? What is that rooted in? Let this be a catalyst for growth, for change. Okay. So take your hands now to the backs of your thighs. Lift your feet. You're going to pull your feet forward, lifting you up, and just go back and forth. Lift the seat as your feet swing overhead. Get some momentum going, but also feel how nice it is to massage your back on the ground. And then see if you can use that momentum to step into your feet, release your thighs, and let your hands pull you to our chair pose with that arrow in front of the heart. Inhale, stretch up overhead, opening your heart to the divine, thighs back, hips stacked on the heels, strong legs. Release the hands. All right, let's come into eagle pose. It's nice to grab a block and bring it. I'm going to call this my left leg. I don't know if I'm mirroring you or not, or the camera angles, but I'm calling this my left leg. So you're going to bring your block to the pinky edge side of your left foot and make a connection, strong root from your left foot. You're going to wrap right thigh over left and bring your foot to the block. Now with this aid, we can still squeeze the midline tight, and now we can really have more opportunity to square the hips. Right? If we're wrapping and trying to get the full wrap, go for it if you want to, but if you're twisting and your hips are all off, I'd rather your hips be square, right? So then sink in, squeeze the thighs together, equalize your hips. We're tilted forward, tails lifted, ribs hugged in. We're gonna go right elbow under left, eagle wrap the arms, lift your elbows, lift your fingertips, drop the shoulders. On your exhale, hinge, sleeping eagle. Feel the back of the heart opening up as you squeeze into yourself. Let this represent our willingness to understand our past pain as we deepen into our own personal experiences. And compress into it. Feel the struggle, the challenge, the uncomfortable place of that pre-growth under the soil. And then now on your inhale, feel it burst open and explode above the soil. Your expression of growth and beauty. And then hands to the heart. Just take a moment again. Feel the stability of wide legs. A stable triangle. The heart and the crown lift up from that. Steady your breath. Where do you feel that fluctuation of energy? What are the thoughts fluttering through the mind? All right, let's do the other side. Step into your right foot. Let the block be on the right pinky edge side of the foot. Make your right foot big, the base stable, and then lift up. We'll bend into the knee, left thigh wraps over. Go right to the block, or squeeze the midline, or wrap the toes, but don't let the hips shift off center or right to left. Right? Hug the midline, sink into your seat, lift your tail, ribs in, left elbow under right. Couple breaths here, sitting tall, feel your elbows and fingertips lift, squeeze your center line. Exhale, hinge it. What bad habit do I continue to do because I don't feel I deserve anything better? Open into our conditioning. Open up to the reasons why we try to escape through our bad habits. We have to know the pain. We have to understand it. Then we have to release ourselves from attaching to it. Right? Let that open up here. Release it. Be free. 5-pointed star. Woo. Hands to the heart. Feel the hips stack the heels or in line with the heels. A nice strong foundation. Ribs in, shoulder blades in and down. Throat back, crown lifting. Take a moment and feel. What did that pose do? What's the fluctuation of thought in the mind? All right, step it in, shake the legs out a bit. We're gonna have a seat and take a blanket under the hips to maintain the neutral lumbar curve as we take the left foot in and the right leg out into Janu Shirshasana. And so our torso is open to the V of the thighs. Hips are not squaring the straight leg. Flex your right foot. Feel like you're rolled forward, spine is upright. Then twist your arms to the right leg. Left hand can grab it and help your twist. Right hand can move back to help support your lift. Point your left toes. Even lift the outer heel. We have a lot of energy in our bent leg. Then flex your straight foot, right leg straight, flex ankle. And slowly hinge and fold with a long spine. Shoulder blades in and down the back. Feel your heart is stretching for your big toe, not dropping down to the floor. And with the upright spine and the length of your heart center, you can take the chin in and drop the head. Inhale, come on up. We're going to take the right hand inside the knee to bend it. Bring that foot in, stretch the left leg out. Pointed right toes, lifted outer heel. Adjust your blanket, adjust your pelvis so you're neutral. Spine is upright more easily. If you're tucked under, you're going to be collapsing the spine. So take care on that. It's really important. Then we'll twist to the left leg. Right hand can come to the leg and help your twist. Pull yourself in. Square your shoulders. Drop them out of the neck. Energize both legs. Right hand can pull, left hand can walk back and push the floor away to help you sit taller. Hinging breath by breath. Don't go too far too fast. Feel the breath open up your muscles and your shape, but keep energy moving in through the legs. It's still our connection to the ground, still a strong, energized root. So muscular tone is important. Shoulder blades in and down the back. You can let the head relax there. Heart to big toe, not toward the floor. Deepen into this pose slowly. Inhale, come on up. Left hand's going to come inside the knee and bend the knee. We're going to keep the left foot in, step the right foot straight forward, bend knee, and then take some care again. If you're on a blanket, you can stay on the blanket. I'm just going to come off the blanket. If it's a little bit of a fold, I think that's okay, but not a big fold. So either make it smaller or come off the blanket. Our left knee here is going to stay left leg is going to stay really active. Crisscross over your right ankle and keep the right knee bent as you lift the foot off the floor. Now notice if you've collapsed the lower back, scooping the tail, you're going to push your foot forward into your hands and pull your shoulders up over your sit bones. Left foot really active on the ground. Right leg can stretch straighter any amount or stay bent. Really doesn't matter. But hopefully we opened the hamstring up enough. Now, shoulder blades in and down the back. Keep pushing your foot into your hand, rolling forward on your sit bones. And then left hand stays on the foot. Right arm's going to twist. Either stay to T, hit the floor, and help push you taller. Maybe the left hand pulls your foot up. Inhale, right arm comes back around. Inside the knee as you bend the knee. And then take the horseshoe of your right hand under the calf muscle. Lean onto your left sit bone, lifting your right. And lift your calf and try to slide it on your shoulder. Then your right arm's going to push back, fingertips to the floor into compass pose. Right leg gets straighter. Now you can see this is not one of my easily expressed poses. It doesn't look great. It doesn't actually feel that great, but it's intense in a good way. And I want us to feel this intensity. Right? So there's a gentle twist to the left as my right leg is stretching up. My hand's connected, helping it. My right shoulder's pushing it back. Be in your intense place. Think about that germinated seed. Right? It's not a comfortable place. But beauty comes from that. What is the blossom of your flower? Your purpose. We're going to take the right hand down under the elbow and then squeeze the right leg on the arm. Left hand's going to come outside the left hip. Hands anchored. Lift your seat and stretch your left leg straight. We're going to wrap left over right. Lean forward. push your legs to the right, and then lift your left shoulder and squeeze your legs on your arm. Find your breath. Come on down. Whew. Intense. 8-angled pose. We're going to come now left foot over the right leg. Walk the sit bones behind you. Tilt the pelvis forward. And now twist. Right arm's going to hug the left knee. Lift it up towards your shoulder. Squeeze your ribs in tight. Flex your bottom leg. Anchor it down. And take your left hand behind you. Again, pushing the floor back so your shoulders come forward. I think it's better, again, if I show you this side here. Right. Feel the ground. Feel your twist. Open up your heart to a new direction. Option to stay here. Option, let me switch myself around so you can see, to bend the bottom knee to the midline, keeping both sit bones, keeping the twist. Or keep the left or right leg straight. We're going to spin the toes perpendicular to the mat, or parallel to the short edge. I'm going to take my, let's see, trying to think here. I think I'm opposite. We're going to bring hands around. Let's just do this without right or left. You're going to lean forward and reach your left arm around your bent leg shin and go for the foot. And then you can stay here and look to the opposite side. Nice deep twist. Or bring your hands somewhat in line with your shoulder. Lean into your right foot or left foot, this foot. Grab the pinky edge of your straight leg foot, and maybe you can pop off the floor. Maybe you can push and find this version of standing split. And then come back down, knees tucked together like we did in that warrior 3. The leg kicks straight. You can slide your thigh down your ankle to help as you touch down gently. Ooh, let's take figure 4 from here. Right foot to the mat, left ankle over right knee. We're going to try again. Take the rounding on the lower back, roll the pelvis forward, lift the heart, press your hands into the mat, press your ankle into your knee. Feel your left sit bone even pull back. Ooh, deepens the stretch. Your hands can crawl in if that helps you get a little bit more sensation. Try to keep a little buoyancy to the elbows and the shoulder blades down the back. Roll open into the right pinky edge. Cover the knees to the right. All right, let's come back to center and do that all on the other side. Let's see, where we started now. Okay, we have right leg bent, anchored, active, crisscross over the left ankle. Walk the sit bones back, roll your pelvis forward, and try to keep that. It's hard to pick up the foot, bent knee. Push your foot into your hand to roll your pelvis forward and sit upright. Find the length in your spine. Keep pushing forward and taking the shoulder blades down the back. Get nice and long and lifted. Then let the leg get straighter. Right bottom leg still actively pushing down to the ground. We're going to take now the left arm up, twisting open. You can stay to T or come to the floor and again push you a bit forward. Right arm can lift that foot. Inhale, left arm comes back around, bend your knee, take the horseshoe of thumb and first finger, root into your right sit bone, lift your left, lift your leg up onto your arm, and the left arm's gonna push back. Left leg gets straighter as you twist a little bit to the right. Bring your left hand, palm down under your elbow, and squeeze your arm with your leg. Right hand outside the hip. On your inhale, lift. Kick the right leg straight. Wrap the ankle, bend the elbows, hips go back, chest goes forward. Squeeze your arm. Lift your right shoulder. Woo. And then drop the hips down. We're going to take now the left foot over the right. Flex your right foot. Right arm hugs the knee in. I think this is the right side. I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Feel your pelvis is rolled forward. Straight leg is active. Staying here or bending the back knee or bottom knee. Or, this is the same side as before. Oops. All right, switch myself around. Yeah, felt a little nice second time. Okay, so we're coming to this version of standing split. Now you're going to take your right toes over to the left. Lean into the hip so the pinky edge comes down onto the mat. Hands come around. You can stay here and look to the left. You can lean forward, reach the right hand toward the left foot, and look left. Super deep twist. Or bring the left hand in under the shoulder, grab the pinky edge of your foot, and try to float. Ooh, this hurts harder on the side. If you got that, push the floor away, bend your knee, keep your foot, extend the knee up to the sky. And then come back down, bend the knees like we did in that warrior three, extend the left leg over to the right, slide your thigh down your calf if you need some support to touch down lightly. Ooh, figure four, right ankle, left knee. Right. Flex the foot, push it into your thigh, roll the pelvis forward, walk the hands in to support that, soft elbows, lifted chest, right sit bone pulls back, couple deep breaths. Don't round and collapse and pull the foot in tighter. That's not doing you any benefit. Move the foot away to roll the pelvis forward. And support yourself there. Much more beneficial. Much more productive stretch. All right, roll to the left pinky edge. Hover the knees to the left. Maybe bounce it a little bit. Come on up to center. Stretch the legs out. Give them a little bounce. Walk the sit bones back. I'm helping the flesh move away. Flex both feet. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, press the inner thighs down. Keep the quads toned to fold with a lifted heart. Grab for what you can. Give a little bit of a pull. Shoulders down out of the neck. Shoulder blades in and down the back. Push your big toes forward. Inner thighs down. With all of that action, let the neck relax, the head drop if that feels okay, and breathe into where you feel the stretch. Inhale, rise up. Scoot the hips forward, come to lay on the back. We're going to take 3 rounds of a back bend, and you have the opportunity to make each round what you want of it. The first one's going to be the longest. I'm just giving my lower back some love here as we talk about what we're doing next, right? So you can have a block close by. The first one's going to be the longest, so choose accordingly. It'll get shorter, which for me, I'm going to do 2 bridges and then a wheel. So my wheel is challenging. It's going to be the shortest amount of time. So I have the psych up for my willpower and my desire to do it, right? You make your own choices to best suit where you're at today. Plant your feet hips width. Roll the pelvis forward. Draw the shoulder blades in and down the back. We're already in the back bend. Feel your root. Push the feet down. Push the upper arm down. Push the back of the head down. Inhale, rise up. From that root, we rise. From our back muscles engagement, our front muscles soften and open. From knowing our past, being wise to the challenges, the patterns, the habits, we explore growth. We open up our future. Not even so much that was where, in my own practice, my own life. It's about my understanding and digestion of life allows me to be more open in my present day. That makes me wake up with excitement for a new beginning. Allows me to find joy and express love and have compassion. That's what's been the most beautiful for me. All of that does help me decide where I want to go with more alignment to my purpose. But I used to wake up and dread each day. Here we go again. Challenge after challenge after challenge after struggle. But my attitude kept me there. And I'm not saying it's easy. I don't love waking up every day, but I do find gratitude after that first initial eye-opening and find excitement for another day to begin to explore. 3 more breaths. Let your hips slowly touch down. Just receive the ground, a nice, slow, fluid breath. Setting up for your second round, whatever that's going to be. Let an inhale lift you up. Root to rise. Maybe you take a leg variation of kicking one leg up or taking figure 4. Try to keep your hips level to each other, right to left, front to back. Three more. Slowly tap the hips down. One nice slow breath. Receive. All right, setting up for your version. If you're going to come with me to wheel, we're going to come to the top of our head first to articulate our shoulder. All right, so I just took my arm bone out from the floor, letting my shoulder blades go wide. So I'm going to reset. Shoulder blades in and down the back, upper arm tucked tight to the ribs. And then I'm going to plant my hands and let my elbows go where they want to go. They can go wide. My hands can even go wide. Right? Push into your feet, lift the hips, lift the ribs, come up to the top of the head. Now, once you're here, you can walk your hands into a place that feels good. Right? Feel your arm bone come out of the armpit and then in, out, in, out, in. Keep it in, roll to your forehead and push up. I lift my heels, it's better on my lower back. Then we're gonna pump the chest through the hands. 1, 2, 5 times, 3, 4, 5. Chin to chest, back of the head, back of the heart, hips. Pause and receive. Walk the feet wide, let the knees come in. Let the heart rate come down and feel what you feel. Where does the energy flush after the back bend? Where is their vibrancy? Energy, they're very activating. Fiery. Don't let our past pain block the heart, block love, block excitement. Slowly let the feet, knees widening, go side to side. Nice gentle little twist coming out of those back bends with the knees back and forth. All right, we're going to bring feet together, knees together, cross the right over the left. Lift the knees, flatten the lower back. Wrap your eagle legs now, toes around the calf, or just squeeze the midline. We're going to go right elbow under left. 5 crunches. Lower the lower back into the floor. Point your toes. Inhale, fingers and toes stretch away from each other. Exhale, lift your head and crunch. 4 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Keep your legs, open the arms to T, Step your left foot on the floor, unwrap your right leg. Unwrap your right toes, and then scoot your hips to the right, drop your knees to the left. So we still have them wrapped. We'll just take this nice supine twist here with thighs together. Feel your right arm stretching away from your torso, away from your twist, but feel how your legs cross can squeeze together and your tail lift a bit, create your lumbar curve. It should feel much more comfortable, cozy, and nicer. Come back to center, unwrap, hips to center, left thigh over right, lift the knees, wrap, left elbow under right, just 5. Flatten the lower back. Inhale, stretch away, exhale, crunch. Try to tap the floor, but don't arch the lower back. 2 more. Last one. Unwrap the arms, unwrap the shins. Right foot to the floor, hips to the left, knees to the right. Feel your shoulders are nice and heavy. Hug your thighs together, arch your lower back. Look left if it's okay. All right, back up to center. Unwrap the legs, hips to center. Give your knees a squeeze. A little massage again for your lower back, and decide if there's a finishing shape you want to make, a pose, or if you're ready for Shavasana. Plow might feel really nice. I'm going to go right into Shavasana. Just trying to keep this video under an hour, but here we are at an hour. So if you need something else, give it to yourself. Starting to cool it down and find that finishing shape. And really get comfortable and cozy. Shoulder blades flat under the heart. Try and get the upper arm bone to rest to the floor and not curled up into the heart. Little space between the floor and your lumbar curve. Let the body soften and melt into the ground. Take a few conscious breaths to break up tension, resilient grips in the joints. Soften those restrictive areas in the face and the jaw. And then become really aware of the surface touching the ground. And from every point of connection, see little roots dropping into the earth. You know how when you take a little clipping and throw it in water and the roots start to grow, those little white baby roots? See that all around your body, touching the ground, dropping into the earth, rooting you down, creating connection for growth. A new plant, a new life, a new version of you emerging. Bringing your awareness back to the ground and your connection to the earth. Widen through the bottom ribs and let life force just flood back in. Awaken with little movements, fingers, toes, make them bigger, wrist, ankles. Inhale, stretch out of your center, reach away. Then hug yourself, give yourself the love that you give others. Hug in, feel goodness through your lower back. And then make your way to sit. Whether you roll to your side or wrap yourself up. Come back into a comfortable seat. Feel again grounded. That nice rock of the pelvis forward, neutral spine. Let's take the hands to prayer at the heart. Either softening the gaze down to the floor or close them down and open into the inner landscape of your body, your mind, your energy, your emotions. Use this next 4 weeks of Aries season to begin again each day, to check yourself, to see what triggers you, to see what emotions rise, to understand what they're telling you. Know when you're frustrated and what that means. Let anger be the catalyst for action and change. And keep fine-tuning your intentions. Just like rebirth comes every spring for Mother Nature, Aries season allows us to begin again and start a new version of ourselves. Take a big breath into your heart. Exhale, bow in. The light in me sees, honors, respects the light in you. To you I bow. Namaste. All right, my friends, I'll see you soon. You enjoy myself.